ใหม่บูชาแนลค่ะ
สวัสดีครับพบกับผมป้าใหม่บูนะครับเกม Dragon Age Origin นะครับกันอีกครั้งหนึ่งคราวที่แล้วผมไปแคมป์เนาะตอนแรกผมวางแผนว่าผมก็จะเอาแต่จอมเวทผมก็จะเอาไปแต่ผู้ชายนะเซตเนี้ยแต่ปรากฏว่ามันเป็นไปไม่ได้ครับเพราะว่าผู้ชายในทีมผมไม่มีใครมีทักษะปรุงยาเลยครับเพราะฉะนั้นผมก็จะเอานี่ไปเข้าป่าเดือนแล้วก็มีตัวเลือก2ตัวมอริแกนกับวินผมขอเลือกมอริแกนแล้วกันครับเพราะว่ามอริแกนนี่คือปรุงยาได้มีฮิลแต่เรื่องฮิลตัวนี้จะเก่งกว่านะเอานี่ไปแล้วกันครับมอริแกนก็ลบกันมาหลายศึกแล้วนี่จะเป็นครั้งแรกที่แม่นี่ไม่ได้ไปด้วยนะแล้วผมก็จะไปนี่ครับดินแดนแห่งเอลยังเอาให้ไม่ใช่
Time for more practice. Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man. You were there in Ostergar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some dark spawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter. I fled the battlefield when Loghain betrayed us. I abandoned my men, and they died. And Kalen with them. He was my king, my friend, Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostergar. I know, even had Loghain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Kalen, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostergar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the wardens. The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Kalen entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there. I hope not. Would they know how to work the lock even if they did?
The Darkspawn are more cunning than we give them credit for, but the king trusted that lock with his secrets. I'd guess that the contents of that chest are still intact.
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you know where to search.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden, and no doubt Alistair's as well. If that is where we are headed, I think it best that we accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Caelan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
แกไม่น่าตายได้นะแกสั่งเสียยาวแล้วเกินโอเคโอ้ทักษะไขกุญแจตัวนี้สวยมากแน่นอนนี่ก็เบอร์เซอร์เกอร์ดิยาเดี๋ยวก่อนถ้าเกิดมีการอัปเกรดกันแบบนี้
Yes?
ไหนดูดิข้องใจกลับไปที่แคมป์กันดิก็ยังไม่มีอะไร
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
อ้าวผมเดินมาผิดทางนี่อ๋อมาเป็นมุม
Yes. All right.
Be quick.
ผมก็เล่นไปตามไกด์แล้วนะแต่ว่ารู้สึกว่าเวลอาจจะไม่พอหรือยังอาจจะไม่ทำอะไรก็ได้ก็เลยไม่เกิดเหตุการณ์บางอย่างขึ้นจำไม่ได้หรอครับผมว่าผมก็เล่นจบได้นะตอนนี้คืออุ่นใจอะมียาเต็มไปหมดแล้วก็จองเวรรักษาเก่งๆมาติดตามมาด้วย
Going.
เพราะตอนแรกว่าจะมากันแต่ผู้ชายตอนแรกตั้งใจจะมากับหมาด้วยครับแต่แบบยังไงดีอะ คนต้องให้หมาเมืองป่า
I'm off. Not bad.
We must have this. Now we're going to battle.
Going. I'm off.
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you're not Dalish. Why are you here?
มีธุระกับหัวหน้า
And
เผ่า
what business is that?
เป็นเกวา
That
เดียน
is not a lie that many would attempt. I will bring you to the keeper then, and he can decide if your business is worthwhile.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masirinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zaphrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are? If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed
ผมไม่
centuries
ได้เอา
ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
ตามให้ดูอะไรอ้าว
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry. The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve. Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan. I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? Of course. You were carrying out an important task for my people. It was selfish of me to impose on you. Is there something that I can help with? Many of my clan might not welcome an outsider's questions, but I have no trouble with it. I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. Not too different from you, I imagine. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from. My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years. It was. The long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
จริงๆผมเล่นฉากนี้หลายทีแล้วนะผมบอกเลย
The bandits killed a scout when the
ตั้ง
clan
ใจ
passed
จะเป็น
near
ฉา
their
กแรก
camp.
ด้วยซ้ำแต่ก
When
ลาย
the
เป็น
clan
ว่ามัน
discovered
ยาก
him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since. As you wish. Darth Shiro. โอ้เครื่องหมายตกใจเลยหมดเดี๋ยวซื้อยาก่อน
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly, the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need? I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. If you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
ดีเลย
That would please
ฉัน
me,
จะตามหา
so
ให้
long as our hunters come first.
อืม
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
โอ้
Ready.
ดีนะเอาอันนี้มาด้วย โอ้ มันเป็นครั้งแรกนะที่ผมซื้อยาได้เยอะขนาด มียาเยอะขนาดเนี้ย แบบผสมกันจน โอ้โห ผมไม่กลัวตายแล้วครับงานนี้
I greet you, stranger. It is good to see another elf, even if you are not one of the wandering clans. I trust my people have not been too harsh in their treatment of you. We welcome our brethren, even if they have forgotten the old ways. That is our charge, after all, to keep the old lore alive until we can bring it back for all. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me. None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't trouble you with this. You have your own concerns, I am certain. Well, perhaps you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
I would not allow any to keep me from my goal.
Going out there could cause another attack, and I wish no harm upon my clan.
This I understand. To hold the group over the individual is worthy. An unexpected trait in your kind.
If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace. I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Okay. Okay, เดี๋ยวเราจะต้อง อันนี้หรือเปล่าว่าเชี่ยนี่ไงผมว่าผมมีทักษะการกล่อมอยู่นะ
Hala.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the hala, I did not hear your approach.
นะ
Of course.
เดี๋ยวกันนะเช็คอะไรหน่อยโอเควินนี่โอ้มีชั้นเดียวแต่เรากล่อมได้สุดยอดเพราะฉะนั้นตายนะจ๊ะ
Come to check on my hala and I again, have you?
Where are you?
My name is Alora. I am the master herder in charge of caring for the hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the hala are vital to us. They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel, what humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides. We ride the hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship and not servitude. I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal, and it may prove contagious to the other hala as well. I can find no wound on
ผม
her,
ไม่ใช่หมอนี่
but if she's truly ill, then
ผมต้องเช็คไงปรา
I
กฏ
will
ว่า
have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others. I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful. Your techniques are strange to me. Can you tell anything? Ah,
ไม่รอด
it
หรอก
is as I thought then. Then there is no point in delaying the inevitable. Let us make an end to it. Lonely hala, lost in the rain. See the lights, how they shine in the sky. Let them guide your way home. Dara Shiral, my dearest friend, farewell. แล้วเดี๋ยวเอาไปทำสร้อย It is customary for the herder to take the antlers of a fallen hala. I give them to you, friend. Bring them to Master Verathorn and he will make you a gift from them.
Thank you.
As were you.
รู้ไหมผมไม่เคยแบบตั้งแต่เล่นเกมนี้มาวันนี้เป็นวันที่ผมสบายใจที่สุดในการ ในการเดินผจญภัยครั้งนี้เพราะอะไรหนึ่งผมได้ใช้ขวดทั้ง
What do you wish? Ah, so the Hala is dead at last, is she? I told Elora it was better to end it sooner than later. But the Hala are her province, poor girl. Our tradition dictates that we honor our fallen friends by reshaping their horns into keepsakes. Come, apprentice. Let us begin. And we are done. The apprentice did an excellent job, I think. Treasure it, for it is the last gift the Hala can bequeath.
เอาละทีนี้เรามาดูกันผมได้สร้อยคอใหม่มาไปที่แคมป์ไฟ
We few wanderers greet you, friend. We do not see many of our city brethren here in the woods. Would you help us break our fast? Come then and sit. Join us by the fire. I am Cyril, the clan's
ถ้า
tale
นาย
teller.
ป่านี่แบบ
I understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our hunters. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to... Then you are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the danger that awaits. Your courage impresses us greatly. Nothing will help us now, least of all the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons these Shemlin have taught us.
It is even more difficult when you live amongst them, trust me.
Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire. Come and join us then, all of you. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales? Could not say, or will not. What do you say, child? Can you tell us what happened to the Dales?
The Shemlin wouldn't let us be.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us, a great crusade. Told by whom? A history that has been dictated by the victors, no doubt. Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities.
You should have fought. You should have fought to the last of you. Better that than to submit.
Oh? Is it not the Kunari way to force others to submit? Surely that would not be your advice to my people, were they attacked by the mighty Kunari.
That would be different. The Kunari would improve your people. The
คิด
humans
ผิด
have
ว่าเอา
improved
ไอ้หมอ
nothing.
นี่มา
Perhaps. Even so, many of us did fight. We fought, and we lost. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
Then we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you. Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it? Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both. So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The
ตอนแรก
legends
ผม
say
กะจะเอ็น
one great spirit possessed the wolf that became
Kung
Witherfang, who passed its
NTR
curse of rage onto men
NRT แต่
and
ว่า
created werewolves.
พอมาอ่านแล้วเอ้ย
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills,
พอมาดู
closing paths behind you
ความ
and
สำเร็จ
opening
แล้
up
ว
new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
เพราะว่าต้องการหนังสือต้องการอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้ว
Hello?
ว่าไง
I'm Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter. I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand. I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me.
Are all these Baz such cringing, ineffectual creatures?
I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of the beast I killed myself. A boar or wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
ผู้หญิงคนนั้นน่ะเหรอ
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery. You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
ฉันช่วยพูดกันได้
I
ไหม
suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
ฉันทำได้ก็แล้วกัน
Really? I'm willing to try anything. I could reward you. I have a book of our history written in the common tongue. The keeper wrote it and gave it to my father before he died. If nothing else, you could sell it. It must be worth something in the human lands. Cyranus, oh ma Cyranus, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
เดี๋ยวนะครับแต่ผมอดสงสัยไม่ได้เดี๋ยวขอนะผมจะเซฟตรงนี้ไว้ก่อนชื่อเลิฟเซฟนี้ก่อนชื่อเลิฟ L O E แล้วเดี๋ยวผมจะลองจีบเองดูก่อน
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
เดี๋ยวอันนี้ผมจะขอแบบลองจีบเองดีก่อนนะแต่ผมเซฟไว้แล้วเดี๋ยวผมก็จะมาแก้ไขใหม่เพราะมันอยากรู้ว่ามันคุณคือนั่นใช่ไหมไอ้คนนั้นพูดถึง
You spoke to him? What did he say?
ก็บอกว่าคุณโหดร้ายแล้วเขาเกลียดคุณ
He hates me? Are you certain? ใช่น่าเสียดายเพราะคุณสวยมาก You are too kind.
ก็
What do you mean? I don't understand.
ขอนิดนึงนะอยากรู้อะคุณสมควรได้รักผู้ชายที่ดีกว่านี้นะอย่างเช่นฉัน
You mean... Oh, that's quite flattering, but...
เอาละมาเถอะเราต้องคุยกันเรื่องนี้
Just the two of us, you mean? You are not alone.
เดี๋ยวนะแค่เราสองคนคิดว่าเราต้องคุยกันจริง
Well, I suppose there's no harm in it. We could talk in one of the Aravels. แล้วก็ผมจะยังไม่เพิ่มชีวิตอะไรให้ตัวละครนะเอาล่ะผมจะยังไม่เพิ่มอะไรให้ตัวละครนะเพราะตอนนี้ผมชั่วมาก
myself.
So, have you spoken to Gaina? What? She was to be my wife. You don't even care for her. You've ruined my life.
เอาแหละทีนี้เราก็พอเข้าใจแล้วเมื่อกี้นี้ทีนี้ผมขอกลับเป็นคนดีนะครับเป็นคนดีของสังคมครับเมื่อกี้นี้ลองดูเฉยๆก็คือเราจีบเขาอะเดี๋ยวผมอาจจะเก็บอันนี้ไว้แบบเล่นๆเอาละทีนี้ผมก็จะเอาแบบที่ควรทำนะ
Andaren Atishan, outsider.
คุณคือใช่ไหม
You spoke to him? What did he say? Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I? But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family? Oh, you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen. Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today.
เราเป็นคนเลวดูแล้วมันไม่เวิร์ก
We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Here, take the book. I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least I can do.
อันเนี้ยของจริงแหมรู้สึกดีจังที่เลือกเป็นคนดีเอาตรงๆนะจริงรู้สึกดีที่สุดท้ายก็เลือกเป็นคนดีไม่ได้ไม่งั้นมันก็ต้องเลือกเป็นคนไม่ดีอ่ะซึ่งมันก็ไม่ไหวอ่ะได้เลยไม่กี่อย่างในวันนี้แล้วเราจะไม่ได้เควสไอเทมด้วยสำคัญแล้วเขาบอกว่าไอพ่อค้าจะไม่ขายของกับเราเพราะเราทำเรื่องชั่วช้าสามานแบบโอ้โหหนักเลยนะเนี่ยแต่ผมก็เซฟไว้แหละไว้สำหรับเล่นเป็นอย่างอื่นแต่เดี๋ยวผมจะขอเดินทางไปที่ คือถามว่าใช้การล่าได้ไหมผมตอบเลยว่ามันก็ได้อะแต่ผมรู้สึกว่ามันไม่เจ๋งอะมันเสียเวลาผมจะจบเควสเร็วแล้วผมอาจจะต้องเดินทางในป่ากันอีกนานเลยและตั้งแต่ได้อาวุธใหม่มาก็ยังไม่ได้ประเดิมเดี๋ยวผมจะประเดิมฆ่าทั้งตัว2 ตัวนะครับออกประเดิมไปแล้วนี่เดี๋ยวผมจะไปออกตรงนี้แล้วก็โอเค
Many enter this forest and are never seen again. Let's
โอ
hope
เค
we
ครับ
don't
เดี๋ยวผม
join
จบ
them.
การแคสเพลงเท่านี้ก่อนนะครับ ถ้าชอบอย่าลืมกดไลค์ กดแชร์ กด subscribe เป็นการกดติดตามวันนี้ก่อนสวัสดีครับ ถ้าชอบอย่าลืมกดไลค์ กดแชร์ กด subscribe เป็นกำลังใจให้ผมด้วยนะครับ